What makes news around Houston? What makes news around Houston this week? We have the presidential elections and other November 3 elections, which started early voting this week. And Mayor Sylvester Turner had the vote challenge, which was launched in University of Houston and the Texas Southern University. A vote challenge that is supposed to motivate the students, the faculty, and members of staff of Rice University, University of Houston, and TSU to participate in the voting process. And the university or institution with the highest number of votes is going to have a prize. Is going to have a prize. During this week in City Hall, the tax equity response team brought out the guidelines for reopening of church sanctuaries and religious organizations, many of which are going to start services on Sunday, especially big churches out there are supposed to put in place the COVID-19 prevention measures. There is the provision for 25% capacity, hand sanitization and other personal hygiene stations to be placed. There is supposed to be signage that talks about wearing masks from the garages where people park their cars right into the church premises, so that people are made aware of the fact that they have to wear masks as they come into the sanctuary. The COVID-19 or the coronavirus briefing was held in City Hall this week on Friday, and the new numbers were given. There was just 3 deaths which were recorded, and it was also said that the city has reached its goal of about 5% positivity, and the leadership continues to advise Houstonians to respect the barrier measures put in place, the preventive measures, while the health system, the city hospitals are taking care of new cases, which have also seen a reduction. So the strategies, the response, and other strategies which were put in place are working, according to the testimony and the statements from the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. David Pess. We must agree that there is a lot that is going on in the city of Houston. There's a lot that is going on in the city of Houston. At the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C., President Trump's nominee for the court to replace late Justice Ruth Ginsburg, Amy Barrett, had answered questions and responded to issues that the senators raised, and the process has moved from that phase to next week around the 23rd of October, when it's expected that there will be a vote on the floor. There will be a vote on the floor of the Judiciary Committee that is headed by Senator Graham. At the national level also, President Trump, the nominee for the Republican Party, and also former Vice President Joe Biden, the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party, and the other presidential nominees of their parties, like the Libertarian Party, the Green Party, and the others, are out there campaigning. President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden both had town halls this week, and were able to answer some of the issues which concern the electorate. It is known that the second